Hello, welcome back to Nations and Nobles, and I have been at the grind a little bit. This project has been taking a lot of copper, ironically, I think more than the copper shop itself, because like with the trapdoors, you need to age them all separately. You can't just craft a bunch of aged copper with like the blocks or anything. So yeah, this has been taking a while. That was actually the last of my batch. You know, it's generally good practice to not build this close to the void, especially when this, the base you're building is your first end base. But I guess my brains just went, oh, it'd be so cool to do tracks over the void though. Let's see if we can like parkour this. Nice. Oh, I went in too low. No. And boop. There we go. Do we like that? It's hard to tell. Ooh, I might do a slab instead. You know what? Yeah, I think I'll take that. I'll just put that there for now, though, because I don't have copper stairs. I'm running low on copper. I don't want to go mining again. Kind of considering only doing the outside of the ring with copper trapdoors. I think that's the better play. I was originally thinking on doing it on both sides here, but that feels a little too claustrophobic, and also just too much green. We have a lot of green in the base. I mean, I won't lie, I love green. Green is my favorite color, but there is such a thing as too much. So the Endermen are starting to get a little annoying up here. I was planning on doing some sort of lighting system up here, but I gotta do something now. If you didn't know, yes, lights actually do keep Endermen away in the end. Just keep in mind that they can still teleport there. Oh, I left a block. Actually, while I was looking at this, I kind of, like a random idea just popped into my head. So I was already kind of thinking of doing kind of a gradient with these pillars going from endstone, kind of similar to what I was going to do with this, where it goes from endstone to birch to jungle and then maybe to acacia. I wonder if I messed with that gradient a little bit, if I could turn it into purple again, kind of go for like sunset colors. I don't know. Something to think about. You've got to be joking me. At least it's easy to fix. So I didn't want to go copper mining in the conventional way, and I definitely did not want to make a copper farm, so I went for the next best thing. Piracy. I'll be honest with you, this is a previously explored thing where we didn't get everything. I looted a couple things, and now I'm just going to be robbing all the copper. Hey, don't mind me, just stealing all your stuff. Wow, you guys actually doing some damage. What the heck? Somebody had a power bow. And it was you. Ah, yes, every redstoner's dream. Free dispensers. Also, I just noticed this place is just filled with trapdoors, which I'm using, so why not? You ever do something where you just, like, try your heart out, but it just kind of ends up looking like you did the bare minimum? And you just kind of agonized over it for like several hours trying to figure out all the minutia, but it just comes out as okay anyways. Oh, and you also lose a valuable tool in the process. Yeah, that's me right about now. This railway, with its many curves and ups and downs, and also the fact that there's very little you can do to hide the redstone, is probably one of the most infuriating projects I've ever taken on. And it's stupid, because, I've done redstone before. I'm not a complete noob at it. I'm still very much learning it, but I'm not a complete noob. But yet here, I find myself humbled. Also, while I was trying to work with this area, you can see the redstone blocks, because I just gave up, because the minecart didn't have enough speed to go uphill. While I was working on that, I accidentally fell off, and I had my elytra on and everything, but I I got jump scared, and for some reason I tried to hit my like one key just out of reflex. I don't know why. And I pressed Q instead, dropping my Silk Touch pickaxe. It has been a morning. Oh, by the way, I was forced to use detector rails to actually get some of this to work because, you know, I couldn't hide. I sometimes couldn't hide the redstone that would actually power these. Like, I was able to hide it in this pillar here, even though I had to modify it a little bit. But it just, like, which causes some of these to flip up too, and it's such a mess, but I can't be bothered to mess with this anymore. I just can't. So I decided to take a break from that project for a bit, and I've actually been working on a bit of a minigame at my base, which is essentially rock, paper, scissors with a couple more steps. I don't know. The normal game of rock, paper, scissors has never been very satisfying to me, so I always thought about making it a little more complicated. And basically, the concept is every single time you you win a bout, you get to either draw an item or damage the other person or heal yourself. So yeah, as you can see, we kind of have the generic weapon, which I think I'm just going to switch to arrows because managing arrows is just going to be a lot easier than like swords and whatnot, because I didn't want people to be able to use a sword like a huge amount of time. So I think just having arrows and having them go in with bows will be a favorable option. And then we have potions, which will be a mix of healing and damaging. And then we have food, which is basically going to be purely healing. So I have a bunch of the potions right here, which I'll admit was the most daunting part. It really isn't, but I don't know, it just kind of hits me weird to do potions. So I've been kind of thinking of doing a Western poker room type deal. I have some dark oak wood over here, and I was thinking of actually doing some soul soil for the floor here. Usually I have a pretty good time using soul soil with the brown terracotta here. And I think for the walls, I'm gonna do kind of like a dark oak, but it has this kind of square pattern, maybe? There's like a pattern that I'm referencing on an image, and I want to see if I can at least try to recreate that. It's not quite coming out how I imagined, but I think it'll accomplish the vibe, so I'm just gonna go with it. So a lot of the work that I've been doing has been just a lot of deliberation over and over and over again, and hoping that I can get something that I'm at least somewhat satisfied with. What I've learned is that buildings with like these odd shapes like these, yeah, I don't like building them very much. They're very awkward, and like the roofs are what really do it in for me. I'm still not sure how happy I am with this roof, but oh well, I just gotta live with it. But if we actually go down into here, we actually do have some powdered snow to land on, and in here we actually have fleshed out the inside and kind of realized the whole Western setting. I even got like that one horse painting in here. Figured that'd be suited. You've got a sunset. I don't actually know what this painting is, but whatever. But yeah, it has that sort of Western businessy man vibe about it that I kind of like. It even has like this little quaint but semi-fancy fan. I think it's cute. Actually, in order to get out of here, I decided to make it so that it wouldn't lock and that players can jump out at any time. But yeah, you just hit this, you jump through the painting, and you take this little pathway out that I have not fleshed out whatsoever, and you pop out right here. But yeah, I do kind of want to take a break from that. I do need to place some torches on top of that, apparently. But I do kind of want to get back to little roller coaster bridge thing we have going on here. So I continued the path on up to the chorus garden. I was kind of getting tired of just looking at a blank slate, so I figured, hey, why not? And I might need to do something to fill in these little side spaces before it hits the wheat, but I will think on that later. But yeah, as I set out to do originally, before I got distracted with a couple of things, I wanted to do kind of sunset colors with these pillars because I've been noticing that's kind of a running theme with the factory here. So we go from kind of yellow to starting to get into like the deeper yellow, then the oranges, and then we get to purple, and then, you know, black for the night sky. I just felt like it'd be a cool look. It kind of brings in that homey feeling, but it's on a it's like in a sci-fi environment, especially with this sort of light thing here. That's kind of the theme I've been going for this base in general, is just like homey but alien at the same time. And I think it's working out okay. One of the distractions that I was talking about earlier is actually this building over here. Not only does it kind of help fill in the silhouette that I'm going for, but if you haven't noticed yet, I haven't brought it up much this episode, but the storage situation has gotten even worse. I am just kind of drowning in shulkers and chests over here. I've seen worse, but it's getting pretty bad, so we need a proper storage area. I'm still trying to figure out what I want to do for it right this second, and obviously I'm going to have to move this smelter over here, but I will hopefully get to that at some point. Good news, I've actually started to figure out what I want to do for the interior here, though I kind of want to get this built first. This was kind of temporary. I do kind of want to keep it black, but I do need to texture it. So originally I was going to do just tough to kind of do these lines I've been doing with the andesite, but it kind of ended up being too bright, so instead I ended up deciding to kind of blend it with the rest of the deep slate with some of the lighter deep slate blocks, and it didn't look too bad. And I kind of just expanded on that and continued to keep texturing the entire building. This is flat for a reason. It's essentially supposed to be kind of a pseudo alley with whatever is going to be here, which I think is going to be like less bulk storage. That's going to be bulk storage. This is going to be not so bulk storage or something like that. I'll figure it out. I haven't really done much on the interior of this mini game, though. I don't even have a proper name for it. Just rock paper scissors. I've never been great with names, but yeah. While I work on that, Silver actually ended up coming by, and we decided to play a game together.
Van.
Yes.
Oh. Help me. Help me. Help me.
Some things truly never change.
Yeah, some things never change.
Yeah, I've been thinking about torching the area surrounding this place as well, because I've accidentally looked at a couple myself. Okay, let me make sure I have everything. Yep. Yeah, it's still slightly a work in progress. Apologies. So essentially, we play a round of rock, paper, scissors, and if somebody wins, they have one or two options. They can draw, which means that they press a button above the barrel and then grab the item that pops in.
Mm-hmm.
Or you can use an item. I'm gonna go for this.
Do we put our
in the dropper? Yeah.
in the dropper. I'm ready.
Oh.
Oh, rock teeth. It was a rock, I swear to God.
Okay, yeah, I saw a flash for a second. I guess the only thing you could do right now is draw.
Okay, I got some.
Okay, cool, that works. Ooh, tie. Ah, okay.
So,
Okay, I think I'm ready. Okay, okay. Okay,
I don't
what do I
even
get?
remember what I put.
Okay.
Should put paper.
Ah, dang it! You are absolutely demolishing me. Jeez.
I'm gonna shoot.
Oh,
Oh, I
okay.
got poison too. No,
No, you're good.
mainly you.
I have been trying. I have. That is something that I have considered. I think I'm just gonna leave it up. Like if there's user error applied, then that's on you. This is actually a pretty good test for the poison. I was wondering if it was gonna be overpowered. Oh yeah, that's gonna bring me down to half a heart.
Yeah.
Okay, I might have to remove poison from the game. Or make a special rule surrounding poison. Yeah, that's half a heart. Dang, okay. Already at a very bad disadvantage.
You want to see me do it again?
Oh, you're joking! So bad. I feel like I'm gonna regret my decision.
Probably will.
Okay.
This is actually really fun.
Yeah, it's interesting, The thing is, like, with rock, paper, scissors, I always... Like, I don't know, I was always kind of dissatisfied. Because it's all about... most of it is about luck. I mean,
So
it
now you
is a
added
little
death
bit
into
of
the
mind
game.
games, but, like, now there's like another layer to it, I suppose.
Oh, yes.
Dude.
Oh.
I mean, it doesn't matter. You're fine.
I'm sorry, man.
It has just occurred to me that Silver can now technically say that he's beaten me in a PvP duel. I'm not entirely certain how much I enjoy that proposal, but oh well. As you can see, I ended up decorating the inside a bit more. I put a lantern in here just so there's something other than just various forms of gray. And also, I mean, yes, there's a bit of a slant to this wall, but it was looking a little flat in terms of color. So I put this lantern in here. We have CJ here just to help us test. What up, CJ? I added like a chain and a grindstone here. I don't know why. It was just the first thing that popped into my head. I guess I just wanted a vertical line, sort of subconsciously. I don't really know. I also did a little bit of an overhang for the door here because it looked a little bare, and also I did kind of want to mirror how it looked from the outside. Also, we added these signs because I realized there's no way for you to really know what you're looking at from the outside. Oops. I also added an ender chest here just in case somebody wants to put their stuff away in the ender chest instead of these containers, which, you know, fair considering that we're in the end and you can't place your spawn here. And also a little nook, is that what it's called? To kind of give you directions on how to play and what all the shenanigans are, because I realized Silver was it required some explanation. Now, maybe I should just get better at making the play area easier to understand, but I mean, it's kind of said and done, isn't it? I can't, I don't feel like I can really go back on the design at this point. So, oh well, it's a lesson to take into the mind for the future. Up here, I decided that I was going to kind of interrupt that right angle because, I don't know, it felt a bit harsh. So I used a combination of levers and the fences, and also this part was looking a little flat. So I kind of indented it a bit. Looks kind of nice now. It kind of looks like supporting beams now. So yeah, with the help of CJ over here, we're going to open the door. And you'll see that I have improved that little start that we were kind of having trouble with. I kind of klutzily remembered that we didn't have a good way of getting our tools. So I added a little system that pops open a trapdoor in the wall. And so as you can note, that I put one dropper that puts out the bow immediately, and then the rock, paper, scissors a little bit later through a water stream so that it ends up in a pile. The reason for this is just so the player kind of subconsciously knows, okay, these are two separate things. Because the bow is for use against the player, and the rock, paper, scissors is for this here. I need to take these out. I did it like this at first because I thought I was not going to do this, but then I realized, wait a minute, how would these get restocked? Because there's already redstone under this. So yeah, I decided to go for that. Can I just drop the shears? I'm just gonna drop the shears. I'm technically wasting iron, but it's okay. So through here, I actually haven't fully figured it out yet. I actually do have the building materials right here. You can see for once I planned ahead a little. And the thing is, I don't know if it's gonna work. I'm thinking of stone bricks at the bottom, like doing kind of a gradient, a stone bricks at the bottom, like tough as like the sort of trim, and deep slate up top, kind of do sort of a dungeony feeling that kind of riffs from the lobby a little bit, just a little bit darker feeling. So I'm going to start on that, just hoping I don't accidentally run into more redstone or something, because there is a lot of redstone in this area. Wondering if blackstone will work in this. Ah. Yeah, I think it works. Might actually do something like this, where there's like cracks. Just doing some small texture work here. I want to do this. This is meant to be a little bit worn down and in disrepair, so that's kind of my thinking here. So I'm adding quite a bit of a mess. Not too much, though. I don't know if I want to like do any indentations of the floor or whatnot. Maybe as like a water feature. Just take these out of the ground, put them in the stairs. This is basically how I texture first, then sometimes sometimes I texture first, and then I do kind of more of the shape, which is probably bad practice, but oh well. Boop. Boop. Okay. And maybe have like some water popping out of the top. Will that even work properly with a slab? It's extremely subtle, but like when you do notice it, it does add a lot of character. So now when you enter the exit room, you will be greeted to this. Yes, and that fire did just go off. No, it is not linked up to the button. It is actually, if I switch my armor right here, I can actually get access to all the redstone. I realized as I was patching everything up that everything was getting harder to get to, so I put in this little thing. If I can get to it proper. Yeah, here we go. So I have a crafter with a signal strength of 5 going into this, what was it called? Calibrated skulk sensor, which activates that dispenser, which puts water into that, which the observer picks up, which gives a 1 tick to the piston over there, causing it to either retract or spit out that mossy stone brick. Very neat. And this is where all the items are going to be stored that they put away. And that line goes up to the dispenser that puts on this fire. And it's actually activated by another calibrated skulk sensor that is right below... Where is it exactly? Right below that block specifically. So, yeah, it's not actually the door, it's basically when you come in when it actually activates, which I thought would be kind of a cool way of pulling your attention over here, just to kind of softly remind you to put your items in there. Now, coincidentally, this actually allows me to get to all of the other redstone of this game as well, so that's pretty nifty. In terms of the build in of itself, you can kind of see that I went with that gradient feel. Blackstone worked surprisingly well. I thought its weird hue was not going to be super great, but it worked. I kind of continued that theme with all of the chains. I thought that added some nice... accidentally activated it again. It gives you something to look up at. And I also decided to kind of give it this mossy look. Just, I guess I kind of gave this place the feeling of death, which I'm not sure if that makes sense, but that's just what came to mind at the time. One additional note, in order to reset the fire, this pressure plate not only opens this iron door, but it also retracts the piston into the wall, causing the fire to go out. So yeah, honestly, I mean, it has some redstone in this room, but it's very simple redstone. So we go up and boom, we're back in the quote-unquote real world. But yeah, I think that's going to do it for today. I honestly had quite a lot of fun working on all this stuff. This railway was kind of a pain in the neck, but the building part was pretty fun. And honestly, it had been a while since I had done a redstone heavy project, so that the rock, paper, scissors allowed me to scratch that itch pretty nicely. So yeah, I think that's about everything. Have a good one, and see you around.